I think the Burger Manual does a very good job of not only explaining this jump business, but also there's a great illustration in here that makes it very easy to understand. So you've got the case with the projectile here. This dead space that the projectile moves through, called the throat, until it enters the lands and grooves in the barrel, is what we're discussing here when we talk about jump. Of course, you start with experimenting with the powder charge, find a powder charge that's going to give you nice tight groups, and then from there you can play with the overall length. Now, accuracy is of course going to be influenced by how much jump or your seating depth, but also there's the component of the thickness of the jacket, and there's other things that come into play. So don't think this is the end all. There's other factors here as well. However, let's say you're shooting 6.5 Grendel, 6.5 Creed, whatever, and you got yourself a deal on a Swede Mauser, a Model 96 or a 38, and because you've already got a whole bunch of 6.5 bullets, might as well load for that. Now you find that in your Creed, 6.5 Creedmoor, those 140 grain ELDs are shooting great. So I'm gonna load those in my 6.5 Swedish Mauser. And you know what? They're shooting okay, but it's just not that great. And it occurs to you that, 100 years ago, they were not loading 140 grain bullets, but they had this 160 grain round nose. Now, if you're loading to the length that the book tells you is what you need to load to, so it can feed up through the mag and you can use the bolt gun as it was designed to do. Remember, if you have a projectile like this, it's going to travel further before the ogive engages the lands and grooves. Whereas if you had that 160 grain round nose that today we would think of about as efficient as the shape of a watermelon, but it's a whole bunch closer to the rifling, and that actually does help improve the accuracy of the rifle. Now, you're probably not picking something like that up so you can shoot F-class with it, but you may find that those 160 round nose, and it's because, yes, the rifling twist plays a role in that because of the bearing surface, but the fact is that thing hits the grooves much sooner than a design that's like that. Keep that stuff in mind. It plays a role. Happy trails.